Well, welcome back to the garden again, friends. It's July the 22nd, 2023, and we have been having some really hot weather, but today is pleasant out here. It's cool, humidity's down. It's enjoyable this morning. Let's take a look at what's happened since the last garden tour. We've got quite a few melons that are in the sling. Hopefully they'll get big enough that we can have some watermelons. I had a little problem over here. I planted those cucamelons and I didn't know those little jokers would take off vining everywhere, and so they choked out my watermelons. So yesterday I just pulled them all off of there. I figured I'd rather have the watermelons than little old bitty cucamelons. So I'm hoping that the few vines that are there will harden up and climb over and bloom and make some more watermelons. The cantaloupes, they're coming on pretty good. Got about 12 or 13 of them. Got one down there. And then I got a couple of them almost hanging from the top. One right here, and down there, and over here. My little sweet yellow 100s have pretty much quit producing. However, when it's 100 degrees, the tomatoes pretty well shut down. I have managed to get probably a dozen or so larger ones off of the rest of the plants. I shared some of them with my neighbor. She likes fried green tomatoes, and so these right here, I had a couple on there. Man, they were ugly. Those aren't as bad, but they look like two tomatoes together. And so she wanted some fried green tomatoes. I said, here, these are ugly anyway. Take them. Don't cut them up and eat them. So that's what she did. She got her some fried green tomatoes, and I got rid of two ugly tomatoes. There's still a few on there, but if it would stay this kind of weather, we'd get quite a few more coming on. But I'm supposed to get back up into the hundreds again next week, so that is not real conducive for tomato production. And the morning glories have just taken over Porky and Bill's arch. They've covered it completely up. That's what I wanted it to do. And even though they're not covered in blooms, they're getting there. And they got a whole lot of buds still that haven't opened up. So I'm hoping that maybe as the summer goes on, there'll be even more. But look how big that bloom is. Big, pretty bloom. There's quite a few of them on there. Some of them have kind of shriveled up. On this side, these are a blue. They're really pretty too. There's one down here. Let's look at that. Here's some more on this side. Now over here is the one on the trellis. And look how it's just covered that thing up. And it's got them together. Got the pink one there and the blue ones there. Got more of them near the top than anywhere else. But I think it's making a good show too. Here's the pink hanging basket. It's pretty well filled up. I have to keep the dead ones cut off of it. And here's the okra. Still got one end that's a little taller than the other. But check this out. There's little okra blooms. They're going to be little okra pods pretty soon, I'm hoping. So if those produce, I'll have quite a bit of okra coming on here in a little bit too. They like the hot weather, but some of the other stuff doesn't. I've been popping this with the super bloom, and they're spreading out a little. They haven't taken completely over the bed, and they're not blooming as well as I'd like. They got a lot of little buds on them, but I don't know what the deal is. I trimmed these back and put a whole bunch of super bloom on them, and they seem to be doing somewhat better. I'm still not real happy with them just because of the fact that I thought they would be those big ones. Here's some pink looking ones, and then there's some yellow ones over there. I'm glad it's got caught in the windstorm, and I don't think they're gonna do anything else. This one really has pretty ones. When they're blooming, they just don't fill up. This is another one I think's got about the same color. This is what's weird. These are red, and then you move up here, and all of them are white. That's kind of cool. And the little crepe myrtles that I thought were dead because they weren't nothing but little sticks have come back, and they've got some pretty pink blooms on them. And here's the other one. You can see they're in a row down through the fence. There's the shade bed and the shed bed. Oh, there's that cat again. What are you doing out here, Sam? See, I'm out here with you, Daddy. And there's the overall look of the trellis and arch. Oh yeah, forgot to show you the beans. The beans are blooming very well and looking very well, which I'm really surprised. I didn't think they were going to do very good at all. And look down here. Ooh, I got a green bean. Got several green beans. There's a little bitty green bean. So, with all those blooms, maybe I will get a few green beans. This side didn't come up very well. This thing looks pitiful. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. It was looking all right for a while, but now it's getting... Hey, buddy, you like my pot too? And I've been deadheading it and keeping it watered and super bloomed, but it just doesn't seem to want to do. Blackberries are starting to fill in again with their plants, and I'm just gonna let them go.